And let's go ahead and just dive right into this. So the first thing I want to make sure for folks is that you can turn your camera on and off. So since we're on, we may be on different devices. I'm going to start off with laptop, desktop users. If you take your mouse, you may need to jiggle it down at the bottom of your screen. You can also tap at the bottom of your screen if you have a touch screen. That will display your Zoom control bar. So it shows up at the bottom of your Zoom window. Again, you'll need to jiggle your mouse a little bit to activate it. And so that's your Zoom control bar. And you'll see on the left-hand side of the Zoom control bar, there is an icon. It's a symbol of a movie camera. And if your camera is currently turned on, if you have your video turned on, that icon will read stop video. Start video. So you can tap or click on the start video icon on your Zoom control bar to turn your camera on. Now, if you're on a tablet today, you can tap at the top of your tablet screen, and that activates your Zoom control bar. Once you have your Zoom control bar, you will also see that little video camera icon. And when you tap on the start video icon, it will turn your camera off. And for folks who are on a phone today, when you tap on the bottom of your phone screen, that's where your Zoom control bar lives. And again, you'll see on your Zoom control bar the little icon that looks like a video camera, and it will say start video. So, if you want to try turning your camera on so that, we can all say hi and see each other. And so once you've turned your camera on, in order to turn your camera off, if you'd like to, that video that on your Zoom control bar, that little video icon, it will now read stop video. So tapping, clicking on the stop video icon on your Zoom control bar, whether that's at the top of your screen, the bottom of your screen, that will turn your camera off. And so let's go ahead and just give the stop and start video icon a click and get comfortable turning your cameras on and off. And I always like to show this to folks because you're going to notice when you join a Get Set Up class, and I can't speak for classes that you may be taking on other platforms, but when you join a Get Set Up class, you'll notice that you join with your cameras turned off. We do that for privacy reasons. If someone wants to turn their camera on, we encourage that. And so that's how we turn cameras on and off. And again, we love it when folks have their cameras turned on. It just, makes it more fun. We get to see each other. That's what Get Set Up is all about. Connection and learning. So the next thing I wanted to show you is how you can turn your microphone on and off. We call that muting and unmuting. So on your Zoom control bar, whether it's at the bottom of your screen, at the top of your screen, again, you may need to tap or wiggle that mouse around. On the left-hand side of your Zoom control bar, you will see an icon. It looks like a microphone, and it will say either mute or unmute. So if you are currently muted, your microphone is muted, that microphone icon will have a big red slash going through it. That's how you know you're muted. In order to unmute your mic, your audio, you simply tap or click on unmute. And so again, if you're muted, that microphone icon will have a big red slash going through it, and it will say unmute. And when you tap on that, it then makes your microphone active. You can talk, you can ask questions. And then if you click or tap on the mute icon, that's when it mutes you. It just mutes your microphone. And so get comfortable with, making sure you know where your mute and unmute button are on your screen, on your Zoom control bar. And let me know if you have any questions at all. Okay, it looks like we're good to go. This is the time when I like to share my Zoom etiquette tips. So, etiquette tip number 1 has to do with our microphones. It's really a good practice. Oops. Oops. That's all. Sorry about that. Folks, sorry about that. My little power went out. Oh my goodness. Something is starting to run. I have to figure this out. At any rate, sorry. We're back. So for those of you, when you first join a Zoom meeting, it's always a good practice to turn your microphone off, to mute yourself. And that's out of consideration for others. So when you first join, if you're unmuted, you can talk and say hi to everyone. And I'm not talking about if you're on a Zoom meeting with friends and family, a more formal Zoom meeting like this. So it's always a good practice when you join, mute yourself, mute your audio. And then if you have a question or a comment, you can always unmute yourself, ask away, and then put yourself back on mute. And that's really, again, out of consideration for others on the Zoom meeting, because our microphones pick up lots of background noise. So you would be amazed. The next tip that I want to share has to do with cameras. So there may be times when you need to just get up and walk away from a meeting for a minute or two. You need to answer the doorbell or whatever it is. In that case, another good practice is to stop your video, get up, do what you need to, come back, and then when you're ready to rejoin your meeting, you simply click or tap on the start video icon on your Zoom control bar, turns your camera back on, and you're good to go. And so those are my 2 Zoom etiquette tips for the class. Has to do with your camera and your microphone.